Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Last Wednesday, London's manufacturing sector took yet another hit with the announcement that Ontario-based Invacare Corp was shutting its doors to its long-term care beds plant and cutting 70 workers. The 70 workers laid off at Invacare join a long list of plant closures in southwestern Ontario. 740 workers laid off at Heinz in Leamington, 500 laid off at Kellogg's in London, and 100 laid off at Worthington Cylinders in Tilbury. Premier, when is this government going to get serious about creating and preserving good-paying manufacturing jobs that are the lifeblood of the southwestern economy?
Thank you, Premier.
Minister of Economic Development, Trade and Employment.
Sure.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's a very important question, and I appreciate the member opposite asking it. And I want to start by saying, of course, whenever there's a closure or a notice of layoffs, that our first concern as a government is to those employees and their families to make sure that we do everything possible to help them, assist them under those difficult circumstances, and then also hopefully get them that next job. And if it requires retraining, we are also in a position to provide that kind of support as well. It's very important. With regards to London and more generally the southwestern Ontario region, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, we were very pleased, I think the member opposite as well, last week the announcement of a $10 billion export contract from General Dynamics in London, which is going to protect and preserve about 3,000 jobs. Wow, that's a contract over 14 years, Mr. Speaker, and so it's the kind of stability that that particular sector expects and enjoys. And I'll be speaking in the supplementary if I have the opportunity, but about some other investments as well.
Supplementary, the member from London West.
Thank you. Speaker, the fact is that 300,000 manufacturing jobs have been lost while this government has been sitting on their hands, and southwestern Ontario has been hardest hit by those job losses. Speaker, a job strategy requires more than good labour adjustment practices and hoping that the feds hand out money. It should include initiatives like a job creation tax credit, something New Democrats have long called for, but this government refuses to act. When is this government going to move on initiatives such as the job creation tax credit to begin to make up for the 300,000 good-paying jobs that have been lost under their watch?